my imagination at work, which is fitting because this room is largely just that. You know the phrase, head in the clouds? It's used to refer to people with an overly active imagination who get lost in it instead of being involved in the real world. Doesn't that just fit Sunny? It's important I bring this up here because this section of Black Space 2 is essentially prototype Headspace, or maybe more slightly accurate, it's the wastebasket, where the discarded ideas go. You need look no further than the creature known as O'Malley for that one. 3 cool, totally radical things about O'Malley. 1, he's a sprout mole. 2, he asked for $20 like any good box dweller would. 3, he's clearly inspired by, or maybe even the original incarnation of, a certain piano-striped lad that you're definitely playing as if you're talking to O'Malley in-game. O'Malley is homeless down here because Sunny probably decided that he couldn't project into a sprout mold body the same way that he can project into Omori. So down to the trash it goes. Of note too is that O'Malley says stuff, something Omori would never do. It's not known what quirks to its personality it could have beyond that, but speaking is at least indicative of feelings. Something which Omori doesn't have outside of battle, because that would leave Sunny vulnerable in his vicarious state. By which I mean, if Omori has the same emotions Sunny does when encountering something, there's no real point to Omori. At the risk of repeating myself, repression is the name of the game with him after all, to make Sunny's life more bearable. On that second point I brought up though, the $20. Money isn't used in Headspace, but this and another area in Cloud Walkway, literally called Money Space, more on that funny little place in a bit, indicate that Headspace did indeed use bills at one point. A notion I think is pretty cool, I think. It means that Headspace probably started closer to the real world, only with nonsensical creatures and elements garishly popping out here and there. It's the melding of those two elements, the real and the fanciful, over time, that lead to the Headspace scene in-game. All this also indicates that Sunny has no idea what money is worth. And I find that hilarious, and I find that really funny. In Money Space, you just see Kel swimming in a pile of the stuff, and you're free to take as many $20 bills as you'd like. Finally, I can go see that therapist. I collected 43 20 big ones before taking my leave personally. How many did you take the first time you encountered this? If you encountered it, am I one of the only people who played the Hikikomori route? Tell me in the comments. I want to know if you took more money than me, essentially. Because if you did, the fact that you can collect an endless amount of bills breaks the economy, something Sunny probably realizes, but doesn't know specifically why. Like, he started to stay inside right around the age most acquire a decent grasp of money and what it's worth. You know, in your teens, you can buy stuff for yourself and all that. Hell, most of the time you're expected to. Sunny didn't have that experience, though. Lad is holed up in his room eternally. He knows dollar bills are good to have, but anything beyond that is unfathomable to him. That's why places like Money Space exist and have Kel swimming around in them. Why, Kel?